Hello, welcome to Milleray Center. My name is Claudia Slaybaugh, and I will be playing flute and harp for you today. We're going to play all kinds of different music that you can just enjoy. We're going to play music from long ago and some more recent things too. Some of it's American music, some of it's from across the Big Puddle over in the Celtic areas. So it should be a lot of fun. The first piece I'm going to play for you is The Entertainer, and it's by an American composer named Scott Joplin. He wrote a whole big thick book of ragtime music and was very popular in his time. And this is an upbeat, happy piece. It's called The Entertainer because it is very entertaining, of course, and it's a ragtime two-step. So it's going to have two beats and a lot of syncopation for a lot of upbeats and an uplifting feel. So this is The Entertainer. Now we're going to change to another style of music completely. We're going to have a wonderful contrast to what you just heard. This is a Hungarian pastoral fantasy by Doppler. And I picked it because it has just such a warm range for the flute. It's very relaxed and it has lots of expression in it. And it just kind of takes you to another land. The next piece I'm going to play for you is Carnival of Venice by Genin. It's an Italian piece, and it's one of the first little tunes I ever heard. My father could play one song on the piano, and only one song, and this was it. So you're going to hear the theme that you probably will recognize, and then you're going to hear some variations on that that kind of demonstrate the different things the flute can do. And as a special treat today, the last variation is making a world premiere right now. This is a variation that I wrote myself. So the last piece is sort of a brand new piece of this. So that concludes our part of the program, that's some flute, and then we're going to switch to harp in just a second. Well, for the next part of our program, I'm going to be playing my harp for you, and this is a special harp that I'd like to tell you about. This is a harp I made, and it's made out of wood from Indiana in this area. It's mostly walnut, and it has nylon strings, and it has wrapped wire strings down at the base, and they're custom fit for just this harp. They were custom made strings. And also, I shouldn't say that I built this harp all by myself. I had some help from my sons that helped me in the workshop. And also, an experienced woodworker gave me a lot of advice and helped me with some of the tricky spots. And so, many thanks to Steve Story, Chris Slaybaugh, and Tim Slaybaugh and Nick Slaybaugh for their help on this. I like this harp a lot because it's lightweight. I can move it easily, and it fits sideways in most cars, which is handy. So, and on the soundboard it has 7 doves that were painted. I painted that by hand, and it was kind of scary to paint it because the soundboard was already all shaped, and a lot of hours had gone into it, and there it was on my kitchen table. I just started in and started painting, and it was a lot of fun. So I hope you enjoy this. We're going to play a first song is Believe Me If All Those Endearing Young Charms by Thomas Moore. And so here we go. So for my second piece, this is a dance piece. It's a gavotte, and it's part of a set of dances written by Carlos Salcedo, who is an American composer, and he taught at Curtis School of Music. And this piece was written in 1943. Okay, the next piece is a traditional Norwegian melody, and it's called A Little Child. And it works perfectly for the Celtic harp. It has a beautiful and sweet melody with a very unusual sound to it. I just can't quite describe it, but you'll know what I mean when you hear it. The next piece I'm going to do is called A Gentle Maiden. And this is a piece in 6/8 time with a lot of kind of a Scotch type of rhythms to it. So I hope you enjoy it. The next piece probably doesn't need too much of an introduction. I'm sure you recognize it. It's Amazing Grace, and it's a funny thing about this piece. We just don't know exactly where it came from. Some people say it came from Scotland, and some people say it came from Ireland, and we may never know for sure where it came from. But nevertheless, it's a very popular piece. Now the next song I'm going to play for you is called Wearing of the Green, and this is definitely from Ireland. And in Ireland, they tell me there are just harps everywhere. There are harps on their coins. There are just harps everywhere. And a lot of our great harp tradition grew out of Ireland. And it's quite possible that this song was originally played on a harp quite a lot like this one. A harp with no pedals, a harp with no levers, and lots of times there would be, you would have harp and bard, which was kind of an interesting thing, where they would have a singer and a harpist, and they would go from town to town. They were kind of like wandering, traveling musicians. But the thing was that the bard would be like the newspaper of the time, or the Google of the time, and the bard would tell stories and kind of convey the news through the singing. And so this was that kind of a piece. There's all kinds of lyrics to this, but shamrocks and the color green come in quite a bit into the lyrics, and their love of their country kind of comes forth of this. And then I'm going to go right into another piece that will be segued into it. It's called The Rakes of Mallow. And this would be the last piece I'll be playing for you today. And The Rakes of Mallow is interesting because it's kind of a raucousy piece. I guess the Rakes of Mallow got into a lot of trouble, all kind of loud, noisy people. And sometimes you might recognize it as also being known as the Galway Piper. So here we have the Wearing of the Green and Rakes of Mallow, or also known as the Galway Piper. thank you for being with me today and sharing music with me. I always love to play and share my music with other people. Enjoy the rest of your day. Bye-bye.